Hey, teacher friends. It's Tanya, the butterfly teacher. I have 2 words for you. Open house. Or maybe 3 words. Meet the teacher. Which one do you call it? Okay, where I live, we call it open house night. I've heard it referred to as meet the teacher night. In my 13 years of teaching, we would have 2 open house events per year. Yes, 2 every year. So it is safe to say I've learned a thing or 2 about open house night, how to make it smooth, how to make it seamless. The one thing to make it stress-free is having a really good slideshow. That's a lot of S's. Smooth, stress-free, seamless slideshow. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 things you must include in your open house Meet the Teacher slideshow so that you can have a seamless, smooth open house night. Let's get into it. Okay, teacher friends, what do you need to have in your open house Meet the Teacher slideshow? You are seeing one of my slideshows, which I have called my neutrals theme whenever I need a more grounded, calming color palette. Before we dive into all the tips, be sure to stick with me to the end of the video because I've got a bonus tip to help you make the most of your slideshow. Okay, so let's dive into what you need to have. Tip number 1, I always start with a very warm welcome and a teacher introduction. Of course, parents want to know who's going to be with their kiddos all year long. So I usually will include like a picture of myself, facts and details about myself, what I like, my favorite colors, things that I like to do for fun. These have nothing to do with the classroom policies and routines. It's a way for you to build rapport with parents and for students who are attending open house to meet you. They get to know a little bit more about their teacher. And this is totally optional, but I always include a less formal picture of myself. And as a mom, I'll put my son with me in the picture. If you are a fur parent or if you have hobbies and you want to highlight those in this section, you can include pictures of yourself doing those hobbies as well. But this is a great way to kick off open house night by introducing yourself. Tip number 2, what you always need in your open house slideshow: communication. Let the parents know how they can get in touch with you. What's your policy on returning emails, phone calls? Make that crystal clear. So if you have a class website, if you have Remind, this is the time when you disclose all of that good information and let them know how they can stay connected with you. Tip number 3, what do you always need in your open house slideshow? A daily schedule. What are your classroom routines? So I like to we have our morning routine and then we have our afternoon routine. This helps parents to see like what a typical day is, start and end times, your specials, lunch, recess. So I always lay this out and I give a disclaimer during open house that the schedule is subject to change based on special events, weather. You know how it is when you've been a teacher for a while. Your schedule can definitely change on a whim, but at least let parents know this is kind of the gist of what our routine will be for the year. I also include when we have a rotation of specials in my open house slideshow. Now, this is just for fun, extra, but not the bonus tip that I have for you at the end of the video. I also will include things like celebrating birthdays, recess, other optional extra tidbits about being in my class for the year. Include that in your open house slideshow. Tip number 4, what do you need in your open house Meet the Teacher slideshow? By the way, I keep using both Meet the Teacher, open house. What do you call it? In the comments, let me know. Do you call it open house night? Do you call it Meet the Teacher night? Let me know. I'm going to refer to this from now on as just open house night, and you let me know in the comments what you call it where you live. But number 4, I always include in my open house slideshow school supplies. Parents want to know exactly what their kid will need in your class for the year, so make it crystal clear and upfront during open house. And I always will include a wish list to go with it. These are not mandatory supplies, and I make that clear. This is just what our class needs this year. So having both your mandatory supplies and your wish list really helps parents to plan out their shopping before the first day of school. Last but not least is tip number 5. The 5th thing I always make sure to include in my open house slideshow. I share the academic expectations and behavior policy. So I let parents know up front. These are the infractions. This is the behavior system. Just a quick overview. You don't have to go into explicit details on this yet. For your slideshow, making sure that you just have your general policy on the screen, and then you explain, this is the school-wide policy, this is my classroom policy. They will get more details about that as time goes on, but it always really helps when you can include it in your slideshow. Those are the 5 things, the 5 major things you must have in your open house slideshow. If you've made it this far in the video, you are a rock star. Yes, be sure to comment the word rock star below to let me know that you've made it all the way up to the drumroll bonus tip. Let's hop over and I'm going to show you what that bonus tip is for your open house slideshow. You just saw my neutrals slideshow. Now you're seeing the brights slide. Ready for the bonus tip? Okay, here you go. What I strongly recommend is once you have your beautifully designed set up slideshow for your open house night, export that slideshow as a PDF. You can print it out and either have it on a clipboard in the back of the classroom, or my favorite way is to go ahead and email that PDF slideshow out to families or parents who could not attend in person. It's even better if you have a website or some way to upload that slideshow. That way, parents who couldn't make it and families who couldn't be there for the event can still know all about you, and they can still know all about your policies and what you're doing in your classroom. That just makes life so much easier for you, so that you aren't having to repeat all that information to parents and families in an email or through phone calls. Just have your back to school open house meet the teacher slideshow ready in a PDF, or upload that to email or your class website to make it super efficient for everyone to know all about you and your amazing class for the year. Okay, teacher friends, what did you think of those 5 things? Okay, listen. Work smarter, not harder, because you don't have to do all this from scratch. Every slide you just saw, I actually have them available for you, and they're completely pre-filled with all the information you need for your open house meet the teacher night. You just plug in, tweak the details to fit you, boom, bada bing, done. Plus, I included 20 blank slides so that you can add extra things that you want in your slideshow. This pre-filled, you can change the font, colors, editable features, fully customizable slideshow comes in 2 different designs. You can get our calming neutrals theme. You can get our energetic brights theme. Either one, they are both available. Click the link below and then you're done.